It's extraordinary, isn't it? Texas is more interested in protecting the national border than the federal government is. I suppose it makes sense. It used to be independent itself, didn't it, Texas? Kristin Tate knows the issue all too well.
Yes, we are watching the destruction of our country happening in real time right now. And thank God for Texas Governor Greg Abbott for holding the line and doing the right thing, doing what the federal government is supposed to be doing. Not only is the federal government, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're preventing Texas from doing what's supposed to be done. It's absolutely infuriating. As of right now, Chris, there are 25 other governors from Republican states around the country who have signed a letter supporting Greg Abbott. And this is going to be a big deal in the coming election, because there are lots of Americans, especially on the coasts, who for the first time in my lifetime are talking about the border crisis with a heightened level of concern. This has always been a theoretical discussion until now, because Abbott is sending thousands of migrants up to these coastal cities that have never had to deal with this problem firsthand. We have had 6 million illegals released into this country under Biden, millions more who have not been caught at all and are in this country. So this is a serious problem, and it is the destruction of the United States, and I don't say that lightly.
Yeah, I find this very, very difficult to fathom. As you say, by sending illegal immigrants or immigrants north to cities like New York City, Greg Abbott is making sure the rest of the country knows about the problem. But a country is not a country unless it has borders. You can't be a sovereign nation without enforcing order across your borders. And what we're seeing here is effectively an official push from the Biden government to have open borders.
Yes, and what's infuriating as well is if you go to any of the major media outlets here in the United States, CNN, the New York Times, they are not reporting what's going on down in Texas at the border. They don't want their own readers knowing about this crisis. Biden doesn't want his voters knowing about it because it makes him look terrible. It is the president of the United States aiding in the complete downfall of what we have left of this country. And now it is up to the states who are willing to put their foot down and say, no, we will not accept this. We will not willingly go along with the destruction of this country and of our society. And I'll tell you, Chris, I live in Texas most of the year, and this is having a real life impact on good Americans. Our hospitals are overflooded with people who don't speak English and have no way to pay for their medical care. Our kids' schools are full of migrant children who don't speak English. We're seeing increased car accidents all over the roads. There are drugs in our communities. This is a crisis, and every single city around this country is now a border city.
It is extraordinary to watch. We all know that it's the worst thing possible for the nation, but even if you put that to one side, just the political reality, I can't understand why the Democrats wouldn't be seeing that this is important, given how strong that border wall was for President Donald Trump. The last time he won office, he was talking about border security so much, and then implemented that wall. Why the Democrats would do this? I know some serious commentators suggest that the only reason the Democrats would be welcoming this influx is because they believe they get more voters out of it.
Well, that's of course why these migrants come here and they have children, and those children have the right to vote when they come of age. The Democrats are pegging their hopes on the next election on creating a narrative all about Donald Trump and, Republicans being insurrectionists, just like they did last time. It will not work this time, Chris. I'll tell you, in suburban Texas where I live, all my neighbors, most of them voted for Biden last time. All of them now, and I mean pretty much all of them, say that they will not vote for Biden this time, and it's because of this immigrant issue. The media and the Democrats, as hard as they're trying, they are not shaping the narrative about Donald Trump being an insurrectionist. This border issue will be the dominant issue, I think, like it was in 2016, and moderate voters who may not love Trump are waking up to this, and they're saying, we can't stand this for 4 more years. This just can't go on. Some of them might not vote for Trump, but they're certainly not voting for Biden this time.
Indeed. And meanwhile, the president continues to look very feeble. Have a look at Joe Biden here, where he attempts to criticise Donald Trump over economic matters, but actually refers to him as the sitting president.
Did you see what he recently said about that he wants to see the economy crash this year? The sitting president. as they say in my faith, bless me, Father, for, I mean, come on, man.
We keep saying it, Kristin, but he's got no idea, has he?
He really has no idea. It is disgraceful. I used to think it was funny for the first couple of years, but now it's just terrifying. We have no idea if he's actually running this country. There is a group of people in the shadows who wheel him out while he attempts to give these little speeches, and then they're in the background making all the decisions. We have no idea who those people are. It's very scary.
It's a horror show. It's a horror show. It is entertaining, but it's crucial for your country and for the world. And I look forward to being all over it this year with your help, Kristin. I really look forward to speaking to you each week and more as this election year unfolds. Thanks so much for joining us, Kristin Tate.
Really looking forward to it, Chris. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year.